We'll give just a couple more minutes for people to come on. It's not quite 4 yet. Wait one more minute here. Okay, guys, this live feed is kind of had the idea to do it after that windstorm we had. We had a short that involved this little greenhouse right here, and I hadn't had a chance to feature on one of our videos yet. With it getting in trouble with the windstorm we had the other night. I mean, we had some pretty good wind, and we had just got done building this greenhouse probably. Well, actually, it wasn't probably two. It was the day before. Me and Steph worked hard on getting this thing set up. And it was actually way over there. I'm going to show you where it was at here in just a few minutes. But we worked hard getting that together. And we even had some stakes set, stake it down. But it wasn't real good stakes. They're probably just real small, real cheap tent-like stakes we had staked in to keep them down. And honestly, it just wasn't good enough for that windstorm. And if any of you hadn't seen that short yet, I'd feel free to go back and check it out. I actually recommend you do. It was actually really funny of just how it just rolled. It rolled over the road, and I got video of it right in here where it was just sitting there rolling, and it was kind of hard to stop the way it was tumbling over. It was really kind of funny, but you can go back on the shorts feeds and you'll find it. I can't remember. I think it was called Windy on YouTube. For ones that want to watch the short off of Facebook, I think it's called Blowing in the Wind or something like that. But anyway, I kind of want, but surprisingly, it held up even after all the rolling it done. I need to do a little bit of TLC to it, but it's not that bad. It's nothing that's not going to take me probably 20 minutes to fix. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just going to have to work on a better way to stake it down. I'm probably going to use some weighted buckets. That's what my theory is. So we'll try that. But I kind of want to let y'all check this greenhouse out and how I built it. But what we did, if y'all remember, we used to have an old metal chicken coop. And it wasn't much. I kept telling everybody, don't ever buy one of these because it was just junk. Especially if you're going to have to be moving it much. But that's what I built it out of, was that old metal chicken coop we had. And I purposely left the chicken wire on it because I figured it'd be a good way to hang baskets and stuff on in the greenhouse. And so what we did is so the only money I really have in this besides the zip ties, because we already had the old chicken coop, was the green greenhouse plastic that I bought, and I got it for like 35 bucks off of Amazon. It was real cheap, very easy build. Again, I got some little TLC I got to take care of, but what I got to do, it's not going to take me, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes to take care of. The only reason you see the plastic up right there is because that was one of the things we did to keep the greenhouse from rolling anymore. Is we took the greenhouse, rolled the greenhouse plastic up so that the wind wasn't going to just keep blowing it like it was with the windsill. But it was really kind of funny because I looked out the window and I noticed that the greenhouse wasn't in a spot. And I hollered at my wife. I said, the greenhouse is gone. And I came out here and I grabbed a hold of it, and I had to call her. Actually ended up having to text her because she was on an important phone call, believe it or not, when I was needing help. But I had her out here holding it down while I took a roof bolt, staked down in it, and tied it off with the roof bolt. And I got a fence post on the other side that I used to tie it down. And of course, I used a bucket of water there. All the water's about leaked out of it now, but it has a hole in it, but that's a whole other story. But used that to keep it from rolling anymore during that windstorm. So, but I got some work to do as far as getting it staked down, but I still got to decide where I'm going to put it. I don't know if I'm going to put it back over where it was or if I'm going to move it over that way a little bit, but I think it'd get better sun over where it was. So look at chicken sitting there eating. And that was another thing in that windstorm. We had to let the chickens out because they lost their house. And I had to do a complete rebuild on that. So, but that's a story we might talk about here in just a few minutes. But if you look over there, clean over there, that's where the greenhouse was. We see all those buckets and stuff. And that's a good, I don't know, 40 yards probably. So it had good roll. I mean, it had roll over that little road and stuff. And right over through it was our garden that you know, only thing that's in it right now is some greens and stuff. But, well, there's some peas and stuff planted over there right now underneath that plastic. But luckily, we didn't have no plants in the greenhouse when that rolled. The only thing we got really starts on, we got some tomatoes started in the house. So they wasn't in the greenhouse yet, thankfully. And I'm going to make sure that thing's anchored good before we put anything in it. The breeze starting up again a little bit, but not near like it was yesterday. There's a turkey. Big old gobbler. He likes to go right up in the middle of that pine tree right there when he sleeps at night. So, but anyway, but I don't know if I have enough internet to show or not. But I'll go as far as I can. I don't know where the short's out at. We don't have cell service right here. All we got is what the internet shows. But everybody remembers the poultry fence. We ended up having to let the chickens out so they can go in the barn the other night. And I'm going to try to put them back in this evening. But I partially put their shed back up. And I did a little better with it this time. Tied it off a little bit better than what I did. Of course, again, this was just a temporary housing we had for them anyway, because we have other plans for them that I was wanting to share another episode. But basically what we're wanting to do is to find an old camper that we can make a mobile chicken coop out of. And we've been kind of looking out for them. I had a chance to get a free one here a couple weeks ago, and I spoke up a little too late. It was gone before I had a chance to get a hold of it. It would made an awesome chicken coop, just gutted it out. And that's kind of what I got my hands up on. It's just waiting for somebody else more or less fairly close to have one, or they're just wanting to get out of their yard because it's just junk. And we're going to find one just to make a mobile chicken coop out of. You know, nothing fancy. Just sit there and I can pull it with the tractor when it's ready to move the chicken fence and stuff. So, but anyway, that's kind of what we got planned on going now. But for the most part, I'm really pleased on how that greenhouse turned out, even though the wind picked it up the other day. So, nobody's got any questions or anything, I'm going to log off of here. And I think maybe in the next video, we'll probably talk a little bit more about what our gardening plans are for the year and go from there. So anyway, thanks guys for watching, and hope to see you later. Bye-bye.